What's going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm going to give a response to an article I just saw. It was on about a Robinhood investor. So this is on Forbes.com. 20-year-old customer commits suicide after seeing a negative $730,000 balance. So I'm not going to reveal the guy's name or anything. You could search it on Google. But this guy was a 20-year-old student in college. He was home from college. And all of a sudden, he had a brokerage account. And just following up on this, he invested based on emotions. So he had a negative $730,000 and $730,165 cash balance that was in red. So basically, Robinhood, they did not share any information about this this kid's account, but one of the issues is you cannot. It seems like this kid wrote something that he thought everything was basically good, and he really didn't. Just by reading this, he insisted that he never authorized margin trading, and was shocked to find a small account could rack up so much of a loss. So following up, he basically, they won't release the details, but in this kid's note, he said that he bought and he should have canceled out because normally, I'm just trying to sum this up. But here's the thing when it comes to investing, because I recently have lost some money on rich uncles, but the biggest thing is not to have all your eggs in one basket. And in my channel, I really like to do a stock and dividend analysis and all the stocks that I buy. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you have to be, as a dividend investor, you cannot let emotions get the best of you or consume you. So for example, this COVID-19 pandemic happened. Common sense wise, let's just say Realty Income, I have shares of them, I'm down. But if I relied on emotions instead of logic, I would have panic sold. And so a lot of people think that they're going to get rich, get real quick and start gunslinging. And Robinhood, there's been some articles about all these kids that are going to be pretty much in deep shit, because they're pretty much like a gunslinger, like investing in this and that and these and those. And really, my channel is focused on, and a lot of the people that I collaborate with or do videos are people who are dividend investors who are very patient. So right now, I'm going to reveal to you 5 tips about investing and what you should do. And the first tip I'm going to offer is to give to you guys is be patient. So, the market goes up and down. Elon Musk could say McDonald's sucks, and then McDonald's stock will go way down, and then people will panic sell. But use your logic, stick to your guns, and stick to your basics, and go with the flow. I think dividend investing somewhat pretty easy, because you're just relaxed. You don't have to look at stuff. You don't have to trade and sell all the time. The money, you get dividends and stuff over time. It's very simple to read graphs. That's why I do a stock and dividend analysis on my videos and reveal the type of stocks that I own. And I also reveal to you my M1 Finance portfolio. So that's somewhat helpful. I'll skip that right there. So the other thing I'm going to give you guys advice on when it comes to investing is stick with a plan. Okay. Now, once I started early investing, I was going to do dividend investing. I wanted to make passive income. And then I bought and sold penny stocks a little bit. I made a little bit, but I stole this stock, that stock. I stuck with ETFs, and then I started to realize, okay, I got to develop a new strategy. I have to basically improve my learning, look at stocks, figure out websites that help. I do a review on Zacks.com and Motley Fool, and a lot of those other websites are very helpful when I make decisions on buying stocks. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I have a disclaimer in my videos, but you have to be very smart when it comes to investing. So I see, 3 people on there? What's up? There's 3 people right there. Feel free to make a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. So when it comes to investing, so you don't base anything on emotions. Don't, base anything on, trying to challenge the market and this and that. The superpowers like Boeing and McDonald's and, Pepsi and Coke, they're going to fix themselves. They're very smart at what they do. So what do we got? 4 people right now I'm looking. So thank you for the like, by the way. So that's my second tip. Just go with the flow when it comes to dividend investing. That's why I dividend invest. Third thing is never stop learning. So, I make videos, I watch people's videos, the people I collaborate with, I look at their Instagrams, I see stocks that they post or stocks and dividend analysis. They reveal their rationales why they buy stocks. And yeah, I agree, Jordan. It's a terrible story, and unfortunately, there's a rise in mental health, and people are really in bad shape financially, and because of this bug. I can't say it, but it's very sad. Kroger earnings, I do noob. I do own Kroger. Just hold on to it. It's a very good stock. If you look at my E-Trade dividend portfolios, I have videos on that. I do own Kroger. Hold on to it. It gives a nice dividend. Has beaten the S&P, so that's why I own those guys. So see, never stop learning. So that's the thing. The other thing is network. The 4th tip I can give you is network and follow people who have been there and done that. Read books, learn about the books like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a very good book. Learn about passive income. Ask people what they have done to be successful. There's, I ask people all the time, hey, you're doing really good. Like, what did you do to, make all this money? Or what did you do? Can I see what type of stocks you own? Can you, show me why you invested in this stock and that stock? And they'll tell you. And if you try to grill them, sometimes they'll unleash enough firepower, and you're like, okay, I got to listen to this guy. So so we're at number 4. We have 4 things going on. Don't base it on emotions. That's number 1. Number 2, stick with your guns, follow your strategy. I'm a dividend investor. I highly encourage dividend investing or having an IRA, Roth IRA, because you can't day trade. How often are we busy working and stuff? So we can't always watch, if something jumps up or not. Network. So network with very good people. And, basically, I'm going to reveal the 5th one. 5th one is read graphs. That's the easiest thing. You guys can go on google.com. Just look up like a stock like Realty Income. Look how it's done. And then you can go to NASDAQ.com and look at the dividend history. So the 5 ways that I look at stocks or dividend stocks are how they've done against the S&P. Is it in demand? Is it strong in its sector and against its competitors? How has it done in the past 5 years against the S&P? And what can I benefit from it? Does it give a quarterly dividend? Does it give a monthly dividend? Has it increased its dividends in the past few years? So once you start seeing an increase, that's a good sign. So one stock that I'm looking at right now, Church & Dwight, that's the Arm & Hammer, like the baking soda and all that. That's what I'm looking at But at the same time, the dividend isn't so high when I could put money in like, let's see, there's the key bank, like I just put in my M1 finance portfolio. It's down. Now it hasn't beaten the S&P, but its dividend is pretty strong. And banks, it's pretty hard for them to really get hit hard unless you're Barclays and you have a lot of issues. And really, that's my advice to you guys. Again, I'll put the link in the comment section. It's a very sad story. I don't, it's a lot of people. See, I see 2 people right now. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Make sure you give me a like to share this. I will post a stock and dividend analysis on one of the stocks I own this weekend. And I'll also post a Fundrise Friday video on Fundrise and some of their new acquisitions in the balanced portfolio. But guys, my advice to you is stick with your guns, have a strategy, make sure you're around strong people. I read these things in forums on like some Robinhood stock traders. I don't even own Robinhood, but people will discuss stocks, and I just shake my head at how much money people have lost, or they complain about everyone. Oh, I lost all this money because I listened to you guys. Well, this is why I dividend invest. This is why I look at things like graphs and study graphs. I mean, it's very basic when it comes to dividend investing. I mean, I don't even have a business degree. I'm a registered nurse, but reading graphs, understanding things, it's very straightforward. You look at mutual funds, look at its Morningstar, if it's 4 or 5 star rated, how is it done against the S&P? Just very simple things against the S&P in 5 years, 10 years. What type of sector is it in? How does it do against competitors? It's just very basic. But when you start gunslinging, unfortunately, things can happen. And because of this I can't say, I don't even know if I can say the word pandemic, but oops. But you have to really, mental health is on the rise, and people are losing money, and there's been a huge increase in mental health because of the bug. And I've never seen Wall Street bets. I may have to look into that. I probably will agree with you. I've never heard about Wall Street bets, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are gunslingers. I mean, I like Stock Sharks on Instagram. I don't know if you guys have Instagram, but I have an Instagram account. I make posts and updates and everything. People are very negative, and there's a guy in my gym. We talk stocks all the time. He's a gunslinger. I mean, he'll buy this VOO SPY and then sell it, and buy it and sell it. I mean, no thanks. I'll do the dividends, let it increase, make the passive income over time. So I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Wall Street bets. You know what? Let me look at it right now before I get going. That's really interesting. Yeah, I'm just looking on my phone right now. Here's one article. How boomers made the world's biggest casino for millennials. Younger generations finding cheat codes and loopholes to exploit the stock market and treating it like a slot machine. Right there, noob. You're right on the money. It's it is unhealthy, but people are gunslingers, and that's not the way to do it. My uncle, I'll tell you a crazy story about my uncle. Now look at how much Domino's. It's like 300 or something like that a share. He put $10,000 in it when it was like $8 a share. Sold it for $10. Had he have held on to that, think of how much money he would have gotten dividends right now. He could have retired. All right, that's an extra $300 a month if you have a Roth IRA and you just sell a share a day or 2 shares a day. I mean, look at how much money you can have in that. That's just crazy. Yeah, Dear Diary, the year. Here's another one, Wall Street Bets. Yeah, HTZ. Why is it? I don't understand that. Why are people all about this HTZ? It's usually companies when they're bankrupt or Pier 1 imports, like for example, they just went out. They were in bad shape to begin with. I mean, I don't understand why people invest in that. You know, it's all on emotions. Oh, I got a feeling. When people say I have a feeling, that's when it's trouble. You know, and they say, well, I have a feeling it's going to do well. Look, I mean, you know, people panic sold Royal Caribbean and Carnival because, you know, this bug is out there. And if you're a smart business owner, you're going to know how to adapt and you're going to do whatever you can to keep your business open. So, you know, that's kind of the way I see things when it comes to investing. You don't think Delta is going to do whatever they can to keep, you know, it flowing and stuff? You sign a waiver or you get antibody test, or I think one thing that they'll do, you know, some of these businesses are you have to reveal that you got vaccinated, either have a vaccine card or something. I see that highly possible to try to get into stadiums or something. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's crazy. It's very sad. I'm just reading people in Robinhood venting about how much money they lost in some of these sections, and some, you know, it's just not healthy. It's not smart to invest based on emotions. It's better to use logic, put money in. Now, don't get me wrong. I picked up like an overtime shift and I threw money into Carnival. I mean, there's a risk there. Hopefully my Rich Uncle's account, if you watch my previous videos, I lost $6,000 in Rich Uncle's on my bricks rate, and hopefully we'll find out. I would hope that we can do another crowdfunding campaign to get that going again eventually and get strong again, but we'll see, because they owe like $5 million or something like that. I feel bad for the guy that runs a bricks rate. He has a pretty strong career, and he used to be like a guy that used to work for Realty Income. So I feel really bad for that guy, you know, with everything going on. But again, you know, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I do videos on dividend investing. I like to do reviews and reveal to you guys everything that I own. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you know, I believe it's important to give out rationales on why I buy these stocks and why I think that they're good stocks. So thank you again. Make sure you hit a like. If you want to share this video with your friends, feel free. You know, this is Darth Dividend. As you notice, I shaved for you guys, so I need to shave. And I'm about to go hit the gym and do some deadlifts. So, you know, it's a good day. I'm going to go over this probably in a week or so, but I transferred. I'm going to be venting about Acorns. Those guys drive me nuts. They piss me off enough. So I'm going to discuss why I transferred my traditional IRA out of Acorns and I went into Fidelity. So I'll explain that in the future. So avoid Acorns. I'm going to have a venting spree about that. I just don't agree. I think, again, you know, like Robinhood, where they kind of sucker young investors, people don't know what they're doing. I started getting new to the game 2 years ago with Acorns, and you know, I put money in Acorns with an IRA, and then you know, it's not a bad thing, but pay $2 a month, geez, please, you know, that's just ridiculous. So, all right. Well, you guys have a good one and have a good rest of your day. Get some sun out there. Make sure you're safe. You know, the bug is still a little serious. So, you know, don't, you know, make sure you take it serious. See who's online. See that you guys are new. So if you guys are new, again, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll post the link actually with what happened to the kid. It's very sad. It's a very tragic story, and I have a feeling you're going to start seeing more of that. So it sucks, and I feel terrible for the kid and his family. He seems like a very good go-getter. It's just sometimes things happen. So take care and have a good one.